We all have an inner voice, a dream that sometimes just happens to be the very thing that will help so many other people around you, in your community, in the country, even. And that's what happened with Kim Becker of Hello Gorgeous. This episode of the Beauty Pro podcast, you got to listen, you got to watch the episode and discover why you need to get involved with Kim. Are you a beauty or barber pro looking for that push to do that thing you've always wanted to do, whether it's in or out of the salon, spa, or shop? Are you tired of not feeling good enough, smart enough, skilled enough? Are you tired of not getting a handle on your mental health, boundaries, and insecurities? I'm Krystine Sherwood, the Beauty Pro Coach, an internationally certified coach, a salon and spa owner, and your personal Jiminy Cricket. I use my own experiences, good and bad, as a salon owner to help you be more self-aware, authentic, and forward-thinking in your approach to life, in and out of the salon. It's time to reach your version of success with the Beauty Pro Coach podcast. Okay, babes, I am here with the fabulous Kim. And I also met Kim at the PA Beauty Expo this May, and I'm so happy that I did. A fellow redhead. Although I do have to do my color, so if you're watching, don't judge me. So how are you, Miss Kim?
I'm good. I'm good. Well, and let's be honest, what happened was I stalked you and then came into your classroom because your classroom was next to my classroom. And then, went up and just said, I think I'd be a really good guest. So you didn't have a choice except to have me on because I was pretty forceful. So we got to tell the whole story.
Okay, I love it. That was good. Okay, this is true. This is what happened.
Right? Yeah.
But anyway, tell everybody who you are, what is Hello Gorgeous? Like, let's just dive into it.
So, Hello Gorgeous is a nonprofit organization that provides complimentary makeovers and support and guidance to women battling all types of cancer.
Mm.
So, what happened is, a woman is diagnosed with cancer, they don't know what to do. And so, we're able to give her all of the resources, coaching, training, all the beauty things that she needs in order to be able to live her normal everyday life. Um, I can tell you how we started,
Yes.
and it's a pretty cool story. It's a God thing. So this
Love
isn't
it.
anything that I would have ever thought about doing, and this is all God because only He can make this stuff happen,
Amen. Amen. I love it. I love it. Let's go.
So,
Do it.
my whole goal when I graduated from high school was to go to law school. And my mom
Same.
told me that I would be really, you too.
Yeah,
My
same.
mom told me I'd be a really good attorney because I was really good at arguing with her. And so she's like, "Oh, you'll be great at this." But they're like, "You're on your own. Like if you want to go to law school, you got to figure it out. We're done. We're tapped. We're not doing this." And so I thought, okay, well, I was working at a tanning salon at the time. And the manager there said, "What you ought to do is go to beauty school because you could actually cut the hair of all the residents in the dorm and probably pay for your way to go through law school." I'm like, "That's a great idea." So I went to beauty school and I never looked back. And I loved it. I mean, there wasn't anything that I didn't love about the creativity and how that transformation takes place. But like everybody in beauty school, I wanted to open a salon. And I was an educator for a long time and had visited a salon in like Southern Illinois. And the name of the salon was Cheveux, and it meant hair in French. And they served like cheesecake and champagne to all of their salon guests. And I thought, when I open a salon, that's the type of salon I want. So I was talking with my late husband about it, and I'd said, I want to open a salon. This is what I want to name it. And he said, no, I have the perfect name for the salon. We should call it Hello Gorgeous. And I said, that's the stupidest name I've ever heard. And he said, no, it'll be really great because every time you answer the phone, you get to say, hello, gorgeous, and it'll make people smile. And I said, it's stupid. We're not doing it. So we did open a salon. It was called Cheveux. We owned it for 10 years. And there was always just something that was missing. And I don't know if you've ever had that feeling or not, But it's one of those things where so when we started the salon, it was 2 chairs and 4 tanning beds, and after every Christmas, like, after our busy season, we would remodel the salon. And so we took out a tanning bed and added a nail area. We took out another tanning bed and added aesthetics, and before you knew it, we took everything out and just had all hair stations because there was just something that was not here, and I thought, well, the salon was gonna fill that, whatever that was.
Mm.
So then that didn't do it. So we went from 1,000 square feet to 3,000 square feet, and we had 17 stylists and massage therapists and receptionists and all the things, and there was something still missing. And
Mm.
I thought, well, okay, I moved, I've got all the things. Well, maybe it's me. So I started training at all the places. I went to Hair Color USA in Miami and Pivot Point in Chicago, and I wanted to study at Vidal Sassoon in London, and I
Mm.
did that. And yet there was still something that was missing. So Mike and I, my late husband, we were on our way back from Indianapolis, and we were having this conversation about I knew there was something more for us to be doing, but I didn't know what it was. And all of a sudden it fell on my heart. And
Mm.
I said, I know what we need to do. We need to have a mobile day spa that caters to cancer patients. This beautiful, elegant palace on wheels that'll show up just a few feet from her door and make her feel like a queen for the day during a time where she doesn't feel very special. And now we'd owned the salon for 10 years at this point in
Mhm.
time. And if you've got salon owners that are out there, you get it, right? It's about the time you get a little money setback, the water heater would go out or the furnace would stop working, or
Yep.
you'd have a staff walk out, or one of your biggest producers left. I mean, there was always something. So
Mhm.
Mike's like, I'm ready. Whatever you want to get out, we'll get out. And so I'm like, great, we're gonna do this thing. And then I looked at him and I said, and we're gonna do this for free. And I watched all the color run out of his face. To me, how is this gonna work? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I just know this is what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
So him being the amazing husband,
Even I was like, "What? Okay. Okay, let's
right?
go." Yeah.
So we stopped at a Books a Million, and a bookstore, and he bought me every book he could find on free money for women and grant writing for dummies and grant writing for women. And he got back in the car, and I loved being able to talk to him in the car because he couldn't escape. So I just kept like unfolding this whole dream, like what this was going to look like. And I watched his ears slam shut, like he didn't want anything to do with this at all. And so we got about 30 minutes from home, and our son was 3 years old at the time, and had just woken up from his nap. And I said, let's stop and we'll get out and let Seth stretch his legs. And as we were walking into this play area, now 10 years had lapsed from the
Okay.
time he opened the salon to this moment. And as we were walking into this play area, I grabbed a hold of Mike's arm and I said, you know what, Mike, this is supposed to be called Hello Gorgeous. I
Oh.
said, the salon was never meant to be called Hello Gorgeous. This is supposed to be called Hello Gorgeous because that's how these women deserve to be greeted. So we played tug of war for about 6 months. And every time I brought the subject up, he'd change it, didn't want to hear it, couldn't figure it out, didn't know
Mhm.
how we were going to do it.
Mhm.
And God just continued to intervene.
Yeah.
And that was 20 years ago. And
Wow.
so we're still here. So we've had our trials and challenges, and we sold the salon and went full time with Hello Gorgeous. 2017 was a really tough year. So we gained a mobile day spa, and her name was Hope. Got a second mobile day spa. A $250,000 vehicle was donated, called her
Wow.
Faith. And in April of 2017, we lost faith to a fire.
Mm.
Electrical fire, weird, never couldn't figure it out. In June of that year, I lost my husband to septic shock. So we've had our challenges and pitfalls, and every time you just stand up and you pull on your big girl panties and you just keep going, knowing that there are women out there that need to be taken care of. So
Mm.
um, about 15 years ago, maybe 14 years ago, we actually started a certified salon program.
Okay.
So I think the statistic for 2024 was 927,000 women were diagnosed with cancer in the United States. Right.
Oh my
And
lord.
that didn't include the women that were diagnosed the year before that continued to go through treatment. And yet what I realized was we were never taught this in beauty school. We were never
Mm.
taught how to take care of a woman with cancer. And every time that I would say to a woman, "Hey, we want to treat you, to a pedicure, manicure, facial," they would always say, "No, the doctors told me I shouldn't have this done." And I said, "Well, why not?" "I don't know. The doctor just said no."
Hmm.
So I went back to the doctors and nurses and said, well, why are you telling these women they can't have these services? Like, this is when they need us to wrap their arms around them,
Yeah.
pamper them. And it all came back to safety. So we developed a program on how to make sure that all of the precautions that could be taken to take care of a woman battling cancer that has a compromised immune system could be taken. So we go into salons and not how to teach them how to do a pedicure and a manicure, but
Mm.
how to do a pedicure and a manicure on a woman battling cancer. So we have a whole program now where these salons can sign up and be a part of our program. And
Mhm.
they actually get to create the Hello Gorgeous experience for a woman battling cancer in their community.
So how is it different? Obviously, it's a safety.
Excuse me.
It's okay. It's a safety thing, but is it like if they get their nails done, and they get nicked or something, is it like a safety thing that way, or what are we talking about as far
It's
as
more
safety?
than that.
Okay.
So we actually, when a woman with cancer, we act as if you can provide services for a woman with a compromised immune system, just like you can any other woman that walks into your salon.
Mhm.
And that can't be the case. When we do a makeover on a woman with cancer, everything is disposable. So the manicure bowl is disposable. Orange wood sticks are disposable. Um, nail polish. I can't get anybody to say if I use a nail polish on myself and I have a fungus and then I use it on a woman battling cancer, that that's not transferable to her.
Mm.
So all the nail polish is brand new. Skincare is the same way. It's all brand new. Disposable sheets, disposable pillowcases, disposable washcloths, everything is used that's disposable to take all of those extra precautions.
Mhm.
When you're doing a manicure, you don't use the nippers. Pedicure
Right.
is the same way. You use a certain, like a tepid water when you're shampooing her. And I mean, there's just so many little things that will keep her safe that,
Mhm.
again, we're not taught in beauty school to make sure that those precautions are taken.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Okay. All right. And just very quickly, because you said I have to revisit this because I'm still like, it always boggles my mind. I never know how it works, right? So, yes, we are doing these services for free for these women who need it for their heart, their mind, their body, their soul, in every way. And you mentioned that it's completely free, which is fantastic for these women. But now, for the listeners listening, how do you make money?
Yeah, right, right.
How do you make money,
So
Kim?
luckily, we're privately funded.
Okay.
And so we do a lot of fundraisers. Actually, we have a golf outing
Okay.
next month. We do an event in February called the Red Event, which means Restore, Empower, and Dazzle. And
Oh,
it's for women battling cancer. And so we
okay.
have main stage speakers and we have 10 different breakout rooms that talk about intimacy and cancer and hair loss and cancer. And there's just some fun art stuff if they don't want to talk about
Mm,
cancer. And we have a fashion show. And I always said that like cancer dims the light inside of you.
yeah.
And so what I wanted to do was create an event we could flip the switch. Part of being a part of our certified salon program
Mhm.
is that we ask those salons to fundraise. So
Okay.
I developed a program because I was a salon owner for 10 years.
Mhm.
I developed a program for our salons that if I, as a salon owner, if somebody walked in and said, do you want to be a part of this program? That it was a really easy yes, I want to be a part of this program
Mm.
because it's really everything is in the box.
Yeah.
So when a salon signs up for our certified salon program, we give them everything, all the makeup, all the skincare, all the nail polish, all the disposable items, everything that they need to perform 12 makeovers, right?
Oh,
And what we do then is we ask the salon to do fundraisers. And then that provides the salons the funds that they need to purchase the outfit, to purchase the flowers,
right.
because we, can't do that. Each salon even gets their own red carpet. So that when
Oh,
she walks into the salon, she walks into the salon with a red carpet. Now, the
that's
really
cool.
cool thing about this, which is what I realized. So when I owned my salon, probably in a 3 block radius, there were probably 6 other salons besides mine,
Yes, this is good. This happens
right?
to us too. Yeah. Mhm.
Every salon is doing the same thing. We're all doing haircuts, we're all doing colors, we're all doing,
Mhm.
makeup, tanning, all the things. I had to find a way to stand out. So here's what I say when I do a lot of my public speaking, and that is that for 30 years I stood behind the chair. And not once did a news outlet ever contact me and say, hey, I heard you're doing a great haircut and highlight. Can we come and do a story on you? Not once.
Right. Right.
Now, all of a sudden, you find out that I'm doing a makeover on a woman with cancer, and the media is all over this. So this is an incredible way for salons to stand out. The other thing is, so years ago we had Subway sandwiches.
Mhm.
They did a month-long fundraiser for us. And it was a certain cookie, and if somebody went in and bought that cookie, Hello Gorgeous got a quarter. And they
Okay.
donate up to $5,000 to the organization. So we, as a nonprofit, are sending people to that profit business, right? Go to
Right.
Subway, buy a cookie, go to Subway, buy a cookie, because we get money, right?
Right.
Subway then is saying, look at us,
Mm.
buy this cookie, and then we're going to give this wonderful organization a quarter for everyone that you buy. Think of that as the salon, right?
Mm.
A salon teams up with a nonprofit. The salon gets to say, look at what we're doing for our community.
Right.
Look at how we're standing out. Look at how we're different from all these other salons that are here. We have a heart for women with cancer. We're using our licenses to touch her, and we're making her feel like a queen for a day.
Yeah.
Now, the guests in that salon are going to go, oh my gosh, you know what my salon is doing? My salon is doing something amazing. People are looking for a salon. You want to go to my salon because they have a heart. In the
Mhm.
meantime, the nonprofit is saying, you got to go check out this salon. Because what
Right.
this salon is doing is something that's absolutely incredible. And once a month, then they get something different to put on their social media. They're
Mhm.
putting on the before and afters that they're
Right.
doing on these women, right? The whole fundraising piece is also an opportunity for the salon to be able to say, look at us, look at what we're doing. We are standing out. It generates nominations. And fortunately, everybody knows somebody that's battling cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, everybody knows somebody. And stylists, and I always say when we go in and we conduct this training, which again, all of this is free of charge to the salon. When you sign up to be part of our program, we do the training for free. We give you all the product for free. We just ask you that you do a makeover once a month and do a couple fundraisers to fund the mission and help new salons that are going to sign up so that we can
Okay.
continue to keep it going. But it's one of those things that when those stylists get that training, unfortunately, they're going to have to use it more than just that once a month with the program because they're going to have a client and there's nothing, no more feeling helpless when somebody comes in and says, I have cancer. Can you help me? Well, no, because I was never trained to do that. But once you are Hello Gorgeous certified, now you can say, yep, I know where to go. Here is an opportunity. I've got a website. Go to them. They've got all the resources. I can tell you how to keep yourself safe. I can show you how we're gonna get you the right wig, and then I'm gonna be able to cut it for you because I've learned all of these things to make sure we can get you right where you need to be.
Wow, I love this. This is like everything all in one place,
It is.
because like other organizations, like the bigger well-known ones, right? They're just like, yeah, just donate, just donate. And you're like, okay, but money's great. I love money. We all love money.
We all
But
love money.
but sometimes it's a little bit more. Like I need the training. Like how do I
Well,
talk to somebody even with cancer?
correct. And that's the thing, right? What do you say? How
Mm,
do you start the conversation?
yeah.
What do you not say? It's those kind of things. But the other thing that I love about our organization, you're right. There are a lot of organizations that want money that just donate. You never see where the money goes. You physically get to see these before and after pictures.
Right.
You get to watch it unfold. And I'll tell you what, it's incredible because you watch this woman come in that's bent over, that doesn't know if she can sit for a pedicure, and you get done pampering her a pedicure, a manicure. She gets a new outfit, and all of a sudden she's walking that red carpet back out of your salon like it's a runway in New York City.
Oh,
It's amazing. And here's the thing, as hairdressers, we're licensed to touch.
yeah.
We have that. We are so powerful. We are
Yes.
so powerful because we can lay our hands on her and she comes to life, right? That life is
Yeah.
in there. We just have to pull it out. It's incredible. It's
I
incredible.
love that. Okay, so just dialing it back a little bit because when you finally decided to do this, you said it was a God thing. You said it was like it just kind of clicked. Did you ever have cancer? Did you anybody in your family have cancer that this idea came to you, or was it literally just kind of like hit you in the face? Oh, this is what I want to do. This is what fills my heart. Like how? right? Like what happened
Right.
there?
So when I married my late husband, it was a couple years after we got married, his mom was diagnosed with a glioblastoma, which is a very aggressive brain tumor.
Mm.
And so that was kind of like my first real introduction to cancer.
Okay.
But I always said that had it been her that was the inspiration for this, we would be celebrating 30 some years, not just 20 years. So to answer your first question, when I first started Hello Gorgeous, no, I was not diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
But God has a really funny way of doing things.
Mm.
So I lost my husband in 2017, and in 2019, I was diagnosed with cancer for the first time.
I got
Um,
chills. I got chills. Okay.
uh,
Okay.
yeah, and I remember I didn't I needed to have a colonoscopy. You know,
Mhm.
Mike died when I was 50.
Mhm.
And life happened, and I had a 15-year-old son that needed to be raised.
Mhm.
So my health was not at the top of my agenda. It's how am I going to keep going? I had a two-prong approach. My son needed to have a stellar high school career, and I needed to keep the organization going because Michael loved Hello Gorgeous, and
Mhm.
I couldn't let him down. So
Mhm.
my health was on the back burner.
Mhm.
So I did this insurance thing. They came to the house, they check your eyes. I wasn't on any medicine, and they leave you this thing to like do this Cologuard exam. You leave a sample.
Mhm.
And so I remember I'm at our office after this exam, and somebody from the company called and said, "Hey, you've had suspicious looking cells. You need to go to your doctor." And blah blah blah. I'm like, "Who is this again?" And they told me you had this screening. You know,
Yeah.
you need to go see your doctor. I had to reestablish patient care. I hadn't been to the doctor in so long. So I go to the doctor. She's like, I'm sure it's just a scam. This is how they make money. But it's been, you're over. You need to have a colonoscopy. So I went ahead and had a colonoscopy and came out and they found a tumor in my colon.
Oy, oy, oy.
They biopsied it and it went really fast. I had a colonoscopy on Wednesday. I saw the surgeon on Thursday. And no, I had a CAT scan on Thursday, saw the surgeon on Friday. And 2 weeks later, I was scheduled for surgery. And I remember they called me and I was in the grocery store in the frozen food section. And the doctor called me and said, "You have cancer."
Oh my goodness.
And I thought, and all I could think of was, really, God?
Yeah.
Like being a widow wasn't enough,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Losing my husband and now having to go home and tell my son, "Hey, your only remaining parent, now she's got cancer." I
Yeah.
mean, it was just all the feelings and all the
Yeah.
things. Um, There's always a lesson.
Mhm.
I've learned to always ask, what am I supposed to learn from this?
Yes.
It's a lesson.
Mhm.
So I can say I'm so much better at my job now
Mhm.
because of the fact that I heard those words.
Yes. Absolutely. No,
Now,
it
since
just
that
a whole
time,
new meaning.
excuse me,
Yeah, yeah.
since that time, I've been diagnosed twice more.
Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. Okay.
Oh, three times.
Oh, and it's all in the same area, right?
Colon, ovary, and then I had a melanoma removed from my back.
Oh my goodness sake.
So
Okay.
anyway, but I'm just, you know what? I can more relate to these women. I don't necessarily tell people that because it's not about me.
Right.
It's about these women.
Right.
But if I feel that it will help them, knowing that someone else, I hope that at some point in time, someone will look at me and say, because she did it, I can do it too.
Mm.
I hope that they can look at it and say, I never knew. I am so sorry.
No, totally fine.
I
Totally
hope that
fine.
they can look at me and say, I never knew. I never knew that she was a widow. She never walked around like that.
Mhm.
I never knew that she had cancer. She never walked around like that. Like there wasn't ever a poor me. It
Mhm.
was, man, I hope that they can see that we all have that strength in us. Sometimes we just have to channel that inner strength to just keep going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So in that time period, there's a lot happening there. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And even now, even today, there's always going to be that something that we it's just driving us crazy, right?
Yes.
So how do you nourish yourself, especially since you've had the experience, you're dealing with it every day? How do you nourish yourself to be the best version of you?
I try and keep I journal a lot. Being grateful is extremely important to me. I feel that if I focus on what I do have and not what I don't have,
Mm.
and that's a big part of it. And you try and have fun, and so many of the things and not look too far forward into the future. Just really kind of keep it what's happening today,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's what I do. These women that I get to serve, that's incredible. Watching the salons that are part of our program get to feel what I get to feel, is pretty cool. And I get to do kind of fun now. So I always say I have the best job in the whole world. About 9 months ago, I was approached. I'm now a co-host on a lifestyle television show.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about this. Okay, so what is this? Okay, what is this TV show? And
It's so fun.
where can
Um,
I watch it?
Right, well, online, because it's not
Yeah,
local, but,
sure.
it's called Hometown Living, and it's just a total lifestyle show. So it's on our local CBS affiliate. It airs every day from 9 to 10, where, you can go to the Hometown Living Facebook page and that kinda thing.
Okay.
But I get to just be on TV every day and spotlight these amazing individuals and other nonprofits. So in my area, we have more nonprofits in my county than in any other county in the state of Indiana.
Holy cow. That
So
is
we're
a
doing a lot of good. But the other
yeah.
really cool thing is that the connections that I've been able to make for Hello Gorgeous, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to make being in that position. So God has a really funny way, like never in a million years did I ever think, oh, I want to be on TV. Like no, I'm a hairdresser, love my nonprofit, all the things.
Yeah.
But now that I get to do that every single day, it's so much fun. It's so much fun to be able to just do the things that are impossible. So when you talk about how do I nourish myself,
Mhm.
that's just it. You do the things that are impossible,
Yeah.
right? You get to do those fun things that you never thought were possible. It's a blast.
What's a myth that you get a lot of times about what you do?
It's funny. A myth is that women don't think, like as far as the Hello Gorgeous part of it goes,
Mhm.
they don't believe you don't know what you don't know.
Okay.
So the women that lose their hair and their eyebrows and their eyelashes don't ever think that they can look pretty.
Right.
And the myth is that they don't think that they can smile until they get the normalcy back again. And what we get to do is we get to show them that's all false.
Okay, good.
We can show you what a difference a wig can make. We can show you a difference what the right wig can make.
Mm.
We can show you how to dry your eyebrows on. We can show you how to, do your lips and wear big earrings and, wear fun clothes and all of those things. And that confidence can remain even in a time where you don't feel very confident or that you don't feel very pretty.
So how do you get okay, a salon signs up, they do the program, they are like they got the carpet, they're ready to go. But now how do you get the cancer ladies in? How do you build them
So
enough to come in and do it?
so it's all a surprise, which is so fun.
Oh, I love surprises. Okay.
Yeah. So she can't know. So here's the thing, when we first started the organization, right? Women are selfless.
Yeah.
So if you say to somebody, I'm so sorry that you're going through this, I'm going to take you for a manicure. The first thing she will say is, don't take me, take my mom, because my mom's had to take me to every cancer treatment.
Yeah.
Take my sister, because my sister's had to watch me go through this, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be a surprise. So
Okay.
we work with a nominator. So the nominator, so friends feel helpless, right? Your loved one
Yeah.
is diagnosed with cancer. You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Here's what you get to do. You get to nominate them for this day of beauty. And I'm talking an entire day. She gets a manicure, a pedicure, a facial. We give her a wig. If she's ready for cut and color, we can do that. We work with a clothier to get her new outfit. She gets her makeup done. And then there's a big reveal party for her afterwards. Because so many times when a woman is diagnosed with cancer, people don't know what to say. So they say nothing and stay away.
Right.
So the nominator then gets to be the part of planning all of this thing. I always say lie, cheat, steal, do whatever you need to do to get her to the salon, right?
Get her in
So
there.
she walks into the salon. There's this team waiting for her with candy and flowers. and this red carpet rolled out, and she's greeted with this great big hello gorgeous, and then she gets this incredible day of beauty. And so what happens is, as I stated at the beginning, everybody knows somebody that has cancer.
Yeah.
So you may have a stylist that knows somebody that has cancer. The fundraising is a big piece of it because then when you put it out to the community, then the community is like, oh yeah, we got people that need help. Right. And
Yes.
then you put it out to the
Yes.
media. There's a press release that goes out. Hey, we're now pampering a woman with cancer once a month. Who do you
Mhm.
got? Right.
Okay.
And you team up
Okay.
with cancer support groups. So, and then all these amazing partnerships
Yeah.
they form restaurants for the reveal party, florists for the flowers. I mean, it's just incredible. And it's what
I
we do,
love it.
right?
Yes.
As
Yes.
hairdressers, that's what we do. We build relationships. So we probably already have those relationships there. And the other thing I found about this, people want to give back, they just don't know how.
Yes. Absolutely.
They don't know how. So when you say to them, hey, once a month, we're going to do a makeover on a woman with cancer. Can you donate a bouquet? Absolutely. Hey, once a month, we're going to do a makeover. We want to bring 50 people to your restaurant. The only thing that we ask is that would you give the woman and her nominator their meals for free? But the other 48 people are going to pay for their meals. Absolutely. Right? All of a sudden, it just becomes this huge community effort.
Mm-hmm.
And who benefits from it is the woman battling cancer. But
Yeah.
the other thing I didn't realize is the ripple effect, right? You've heard the saying, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy,
Yeah, that's right.
right?
That's
So
right.
this woman with cancer now, she's smiling, which means her kids are smiling and her husband is smiling. And she's more effective at work. Her friends are coming around because now they're not so fearful because her appearance isn't so scary. I
Right.
mean, it's the ripple effect that just keeps going and going and going. And all in all, what happens is the culture in the salon changes as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Because now, as a team, you came together and you put this incredible day on for this woman battling cancer, and you watched her come to life, and you're hugging one another. And I always tease because I say, you know what? When you watch a woman with stage 4 pancreatic cancer
Mm.
come to life, it really
Mhm.
doesn't matter that someone stole your lunch out of the refrigerator,
Right. Right. Like
right?
nothing else matters. Yep.
Nothing
That's
else
right.
matters. Yeah, it's
That's right.
absolutely incredible. It's incredible.
So, um, I had a question and I totally lost it. But in any case, what how can people get involved? Do they just like go to your website and like fill out the application or like okay.
Yep, if you go to hellogorgeous.org,
Okay.
there's a whole certified salon tab at the top. They can fill out the application. They can ask us any questions. We've got a little AI generator too. So if they just wanted to go on, like they can ask a question like, how does this work? We're
Yeah.
happy to, do a conversation. The training is done over Zoom.
Okay.
So your team is right there. We give you all the supplies, then we send you the box and we walk you through what that first certified makeover looks like. And then we give you like all the marketing material too.
Oh,
So
good.
you can put it in your waiting room, you can put it in the bathroom, you can scan the QR code so that they can find out more how to nominate a loved one and all of those things as well.
So,
And then
go
go.
ahead. Sorry.
Well, and we're always looking for donors too. So
Yeah.
if you have manufacturers and distributors that are listening to this, we always need product because the more product I get, the
Yeah.
more product I get to give away for free. So,
Oh.
we use an organic skincare line. We've got nail polish, Graham, I want to say Graham International. Like they donate all of the disposable items. So the sheets and the pillowcases and anything like that that we get for free, we get to give away. And so that's what I want to be able to do.
I love that. This is like the ultimate form of collaboration to
Correct.
the highest level, and I love it.
Well, let me tell you, so my big dream is there are over 1 million salons in the United States. There
Wow.
are 19,355 cities in the United States. So what I would love is to get 2 certified salon in every city. Because if each of those salons did one makeover a month, we could help a 500,000 women a year collectively as the beauty industry. Like, what an impact we could make on the cancer community. But I
Yes.
want to encourage salon owners too. Even if cancer's not your gig, find a nonprofit to team up with. Really, corporate social
Yes.
responsibility. I just wrote an article for Modern Salon. It's really our job to give back. It
Mhm.
really is. And so if cancer's not your jam, then find the homeless center, find, collect dog food for your local humane society, pet shelter, whatever it is. We could be the most giving industry if everybody would just give back the way that we could.
I love that you just said that because I know there's a lot of stylists out there who I guess they overcorrect, right? So they go, "Oh, no, no, no. I am not going to give any discounts at all because I need to have my profit margin XYZ." And so they give no promos, no discounts, nothing. They just work behind the chair every single day and that's it. But then I was always taught you're gonna have to lose sometimes to win.
That's
And
right.
so giving back, you're not losing per
That's right.
se. You're gaining profit or return on your investment in a different way for your life so you can continue on and then it's like the ripple effect like you're
That's
talking
right.
about.
That's right.
That's so good. I love that. What is an insult, your favorite insult that you've ever gotten that you just love that has become like your driving force?
People used to accuse of only helping people with money. They
Um,
used to, yeah, they were like, if you look at it, we have a high end area like every city does.
sure.
And they accused us of only helping people that lived in that. But what they didn't see was the woman that had just gotten out of jail that was diagnosed with lung cancer while she was incarcerated,
Mm.
that we took the mobile day spa to her house in the not so good area of town to make sure that she could get a makeover. And that just feeds me and juices me every time I think of that accusation. I'm like, you have no clue. Some of
Yeah.
these women, so we got the mobile day spa, and gosh, I wish I could remember. Seth was maybe 8. He's gonna be 23. So do the math on that. A long time ago. We
Okay.
took the mobile day spa and we teamed up with Simon Properties and we did a tour. For 6 weeks, we lived in hotels and we did makeovers all over Indiana. And we got these women at malls. So we went into Bath and Body Works, we went into Applebee's, we went into J.C. Penney's, and they were all prearranged surprises. And we kidnapped her out of the store and then took her into the mobile day spa and did a makeover on her and then did a reveal. Because I'm like, well, we had a pretty big support in our local area, but I'm like, okay, what do other people that don't know us? So that's how I know you can go to cancer support groups and find these women because we were literally like meeting strangers to do this. And I remember the woman, we were in Muncie, Indiana, and
Uh-huh.
her name was Kathy. And she had on, Old Navy used to run these specials where they had flip flops in the summer for 99 cents.
Yes.
Those were the shoes she owned because that's what she could afford.
Mm.
And we were able to get her a pair of jeans and a new pair of shoes. And we had a new wig. And I remember her, this woman with cancer that had 99-cent flip flops, walked into her reveal party and this big old smile. And to all these people, there probably was 25 people there in this restaurant. And she said, and all she could do was just smile. And she said to this girl, look at my butt in these jeans. Like she was so tickled. She didn't get anything new for herself because they were getting ready to send their daughter to college. And so all the money went to her daughter. People don't see it. It's not what you think it is.
Mm.
And I've never been one to tout that, and I'm probably guilty of it more so than not. I don't stand there with my hands out saying, I need you to donate. I need you to donate.
Right.
We've probably positioned ourselves to a detriment where you probably look at us and think we don't need your money. Well, we do. We do need your money. But I never wanted to be that organization that was constantly looking for a handout, right?
Right. Right.
I'm a self-made, salon owner, all the
Right.
things, same thing with this. But it's hard because you do have to ask for help. And
Yeah.
we do need the generous donations of individuals
Mm.
because as my late husband would always say, these women have paid enough. Right? We
Yeah.
don't want them to pay for any of these services. We want to continue to be able to give it to them for free because then they actually get the full benefit. Like I said, we've done some makeovers. We did them at a polo match, a baseball game, all
Wow.
these things to create these experiences for these women free of charge so that they could look at it and say, maybe getting cancer wasn't so bad after all.
What is one place like you're out of Indiana, so that's
Yeah.
like headquarters, right? But how far expanded is Hello Gorgeous? And how far do we need to go?
Nationwide. At one point in time before COVID, we had 33 certified salons in 15 states that participated in our program.
Perfect. Okay.
And so we've got one in Ohio. We're down to probably like 10 salons now. We're in a rebuilding phase right now because
Okay.
the industry changed.
Yeah.
Once COVID hit, as you know, everything changed. So, like I said, we're in the process of rebuilding all of this right now.
Okay.
So,
What
so
states do you need? What states do you
all
need?
of them. I need
Okay.
all of them. I need
Okay.
all of
All 50.
them.
Okay.
We've got Florida and Texas, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Georgia, you know.
Okay. Okay.
So, but the other 42 states, or 50,
Yeah.
40 states, we need all
Right.
of them.
We need all.
Uh,
Okay.
so, and we're nationwide too because there's so many resources online. So when you
Mhm.
go to the website, I always wanted to create a website that when a woman was awake in the middle of the night, once she was diagnosed with cancer and was worried about all the changes to her appearance that were going to
Mhm.
take place, that Hello Gorgeous became that place that she knew she could go to in the middle of the night to find all the answers to those questions. So we've got an online membership site.
That's good.
We've written 2 books. Well, the 4 with the journals. I created a journal because journaling was so advantageous.
Yes.
Husband died, but sometimes you open the journal and the page is blank. You're like, I don't even know what to write.
Yeah.
So I created a guided journal that could help these women fill in the pages. There's one for a caregiver. There's one for a woman with cancer. We also wrote a book. It's kind of a what to expect when you're expecting, but for someone
Yeah.
battling cancer,
Yeah.
right? All the questions that you have. My sister was diagnosed with cancer, and I remember sitting in her chemo with her and said, you know what, I can get her through this. But I looked around at all the other women that were sitting there, and thought, but they don't have a sister with the knowledge that I have. So I needed to write a book for all of those women that were sitting there. So it talks about how to wash your wig, how to find the right wig, how to dry your eyebrows
Oh,
on,
good.
what happens to your appearance. So we've got that book. Then there's the book about how we got started.
Mhm.
Kind of here's the journey, and then stories of the women that we helped early on with their 6 months later. So you see her bald and getting a manicure, and then you see her 6 months later, hair's growing back at a child's soccer game, and life has just continued on with that little bit of a blip. So we can help women everywhere because there's something for
Love
everyone on our website.
Yes. Okay. And it's hellogorgeous.com, right?
Nope, hellogorgeous.org.
.org. My bad. Sorry. It's going to
.com
be,
will take you someplace you probably don't want to go.
I don't want to go there.
No,
Okay. I'm going to put it,
hellogorgeous.org.
have it in the notes. The correct one. Okay. So, being in the industry for so many years and now doing this side of it, what is the lesson that you specifically have learned from the industry that you wish, the mailman, the lawyers, the doctors, that they need to learn? What is that lesson?
So there's 2.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
One of them is success breeds success.
Mm.
And my life motto is I can't be successful unless I help others achieve success.
Okay. Love that.
I wish, especially in the salon industry, that we would look at that
Mm.
because it's just what you said earlier, right? People you're going to steal my clients. You're going to steal my ideas. You're going to steal no, 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 no. The best compliment that I got was when I had stylists leave and open their own salon. Because I'm like, okay, I would tell all my stylists when I would bring them in and train them, I want you to be better than me. Really, that's the best thing that I can do is I'm going to train you up so you become a better hairdresser than I ever did.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. The second thing that I wish I would have learned when I was in the salon, which is I needed to work on the business and not in the business.
Yeah. Yep.
And I didn't. I
Mhm.
was too busy standing behind the chair. How can I generate instead of doing the same thing? How can I continue to pump out these amazing stylists? And they were the ones that were generating the income.
Yeah.
They were the ones that were reaping the benefits. Because if I would have looked more at that, I
Mhm.
feel like working on the business would have made me an even more successful salon owner.
Yeah.
And I would have made an even bigger impact than what I'm making now.
Absolutely. Now, with this Hello Gorgeous, you have the friends, you have the family getting involved, nominating. What about your son? Is he involved in it at all? Does he like be like, yeah, that's Hello Gorgeous? Does he ever get into it?
It's funny because he'll laugh and giggle, and people know him that he
Mhm.
doesn't know. My hope was always that eventually the bug would bite him and that
Okay.
he'd want to come back, especially since his dad and I started this.
Yeah.
he's been in it since he was 3. He was 3 years old when we started this, so 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's not there yet,
Okay.
but I hope that at some point in time that that's my legacy, is that he will want to come back and be able to say, what my mom did was incredible. He just graduated from college in May. And so I really hope that at some point in time, he'll take all of those smarts and be able to say, Mom, I'm going to take it from here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to level it up because this is what we can do and help even more women and have a bigger impact.
Love that. Okay. Okay.
I hope so.
And then finally, because man, time is flying.
I know, right?
That's crazy. So what is a question that I did not ask that you wish I would have, and what would you have answered?
So I just got remarried.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you that, but okay, that's cool. That's really good. Okay.
So what I want people to know is that cancer doesn't have to define you. Death doesn't have to define you. If I would have looked at, you asked me earlier, like kind of like what keeps you going. It's not focusing on all the negative, right?
Yeah.
I could look at myself as damaged, right? Being a cancer survivor 3 times, being a widow. I could have looked at that and just thought, I'm damaged goods. Nobody's going to want me. Nobody's going to love me. Nobody's going to. And instead, that all became who I am. And so because of who I am, I'm really valuable to somebody else who loves me, who loves my son, who is the wind beneath my wings that lets me, when I came home to him and said, you're not going to believe it. So the whole television thing came, somebody reached out to me and said, hey, have you ever thought about being a television host? And what I wanted to say was, oh yeah, I get these text messages every day. And I went home and I was like, no, I've never thought about, doing anything like that. And I went home after the initial interview and he's like, you have to do this, right? You have to do this. So what I would want to encourage people, if you would have asked me, right, where are you now? My encouragement is don't give up.
Yeah.
And one of the things that cancer can't take away from you is who you are. It just becomes part of who you are, right? It doesn't have to define you, right? And it's okay. There are some women that they go through cancer treatment and it's, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I went through cancer, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Then there are others where I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a cancer survivor, and I wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
But what cancer can't do is it can't damage you, right? Only if you let it. And so don't let it. So it didn't steal my future. I didn't allow it to steal my future. So I got remarried. My son gave me away. It was absolutely incredible. We had a wonderful honeymoon, and I'm really looking forward to spending the next 30 years in the next chapter of my life with this incredible man. And that's what I choose to focus on is all the good that's to come. And if it's not all good, that's okay. Cause we'll navigate it to, I'm not going to let the possibility of a bad. So here's the other thing. I get that question all the time. Well, what if my staff walks out?
Yeah.
What if my big stylist leaves? What if my cancer comes back? You know what? You can spend all day long worrying about that stuff and you're not going to stop it. I always tell the story about people that go on vacation and then spend their entire time while they're on vacation worrying that their house is going to burn down. And then they figure out, what am I going to do? And they're nervously making lists of all the things that they're going to have to replace because their house burned down. And they waste their vacation on all of those things only to get back and have the house be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't worry about tomorrow because no amount of worrying is going to change tomorrow.
Yeah.
What if I would have said, you know what, Tom, I can't marry you because my cancer might come back. I'm damaged goods.
That's crazy. Yeah. When you say it, when you verbalize it, you're like,
Yes.
what am I doing? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If I were to live my business in fear because my staff might walk out or a client might leave, or we can't do that. We have to have faith that God knows best and that we are in this and we're on this journey and that whatever it is, he's going to take care of it.
That's right.
And no amount of worrying is going to change what's already written in the book. It's not going to change it. So stop worrying it because life is a gift and we have to be present.
Amen. Yes.
That's it.
All right. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Kim, for being here, for creating and representing Hello Gorgeous. I'm so excited for everybody listening and watching this episode. You guys, you got to share it out. All of the links are going to be in the show notes and all over Instagram and Facebook too. And so thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come on and to share my story. And sorry for the little tickles that I had going on. It's,
Real and
hazards
raw.
of talking all the time, but
We're real and raw here. We got boogers. We got boogers.
yeah, good. Because I had it all today. But thank you so much for allowing me to come on and share my passion and share the mission and to be able to get it out to people and just let them know, look, life is amazing and we all have a gift and I hope that you get to share yours. So thank you for allowing me to be here.
Thanks.
Are you totally as motivated as I am to get more involved with the community? I love Kim. I love what she's doing, what she represents. I love her origin story of how it all happened. Like, oh my God, like reach out to her and let's all make a difference in your salon, your spa, barbershop. And it's time to be that shining light in your community. Until next time, I'll chat you later. If you loved this episode, subscribe to the BeautyPro podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to leave your reviews, stars, feedback so I can continue bring the content you deserve and want most. Your feedback fuels this podcast. The more you give, the more you get back. You can follow me at The BeautyPro Coach on Instagram and Facebook. Want to contact me directly? Email me at befree@goldentruthcoaching.com.